Ah, come on, Phil Heath. What are you doing? Walking out on stage looking like a battle. It is just not cool. Any, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to have a look at Arnold Schwarzenegger and Phil Heath. Arnold, of course. If you heard that interview he made, oh gosh darn it, a few years ago now, he said that all the new bodybuilders, all the modern bodybuilders, look like bottles. And I think it was around the same time that Phil Heath walked out with his big bubble gut. And Phil Heath, he made a statement back, I guess somewhat of a reply, by saying, Arnold has no legs, man. I don't give a freaking care what he freaking says, man. Arnold has no legs, man. but but anyway, this one's just for fun, guys. This one's just for fun. Let's add some more spice to it by switching up these guys' legs and midsections. Look at this. If Arnold did have Phil's legs, he would look tremendous. A little bit too much, I think. But Phil, he looks awesome with Arnold's midsection. Look at that, if you will. I think I've done a little bit of a comparison like this before, but since we're just having fun, why not give Arnold the midsection of Phil and look at Phil's little legs? Look at that. He looks like a pro wrestler from the 80s because they just trained their upper bodies. Who looks worse here? Who looks worse? Here's a couple of their best versions. This is 1974 Arnold. He is an oak. And look at Phil, guys. He has a smaller midsection from the front. He doesn't have or Arnold doesn't have a bubble gut, mind you, but he has a wider waist. And when you look at the size of those wheels of Phil, wow, wow. Clavicle width, Arnold is a Greek god when it comes to bodybuilding. Just for fun though, guys, let's go through these shots. Look at the front double bicep. Arnold able to match guns with a modern competitor. Not only a modern competitor, but I mean, Phil Heath, some of the best arms in bodybuilding. And Arnold, here in 74, his legs weren't bad. Ooh, here's a photo shoot of Arnold. This is a little bit better. Good separation in the quads. Obviously, he's not going to have the size of Phil's. But upper body wise, Arnold's probably winning. I say probably because did I say because? But either which way, because Phil has more separation in his arms. Legendary bicep peaks of Arnold, winning in the upper body if you ask me. Look at the midsection. I think that's the clincher for me. But either which way, as a whole, obviously Phil would win because of the legs. But this is just for fun. Here's a front lat spread. And this is equally as fun. These photo shoots of Arnold from 1974. So glad he, spent the little extra time doing it. So we have these pictures to look and see how really good he was. The front lat spread, an underrated pose for the oak. Tremendous stuff, guys. Turn to the side. Look, this is the epitome of a big man's manly chest for Arnold. But I'm sure the cameraman was, getting at the right angle. Here's the photo shoot, and this is better to use. Arnold's chest was legendary, yes. But Phil's isn't bad. Phil's isn't bad. And this is another one, guys. Obviously, Phil. Look at the legs. Look at the legs on the guy. Arnold, not bad. For his time, he was good. So what's to say he wouldn't be just as good as the guys now? Side tricep. Now, this is in an interesting situation. Arnold, he never hit this pose. This is earlier on in his career, and if you ask me, and a lot of people, this is one of his best shots. This was the unhit pose for Arnold. He usually did a mantis pose position to tie in the package. But anyway, won't spend too much time on the side tricep. Let's have a look at the backs. And this is where bodybuilding has evolved more than anywhere. The back shots, not only the thickness of the lats, but the condition, glutes, hamstrings. Arnold in 71, it was like the only real lat spread you can find. And his back really did get better. Up until 75, it was still getting better, I think. And even in his return, his back wasn't bad. But anyway, if Arnold was around now, I'm sure he would have a back just like Gunther Schlierkamp, and that would compete with Phil Heath. Look at that. But that's a story for another day, right? Now here's 74 for Arnold. A lot better in the back. You can tell that just by the Obviously it's a different pose. And he wasn't hitting the rear lat, for goodness sakes, in 74. But you can see, look at that Christmas tree, the condition even. The condition. Now, upper body wise, is he competing? If you ignore the legs? Actually, don't ignore the legs. Give Arnold Gunther Schlierkampf's legs. Look at that. He has Gunther's lagolas with the show of strength condition. This condition beat Ronnie Coleman. So that's good enough. Yeah, you put that on your resume, beat Ronnie Coleman. Yeah, it's good enough to beat Phil Heath. As far as the condition is concerned, that's for sure. Phil, definitely wider on a smaller frame, might get an edge, but you can seriously judge this one because Arnold's Christmas tree, his traps, his arms, winning. Wow. This was a fun one, guys. It's matchups like this that make it worthwhile, even, making a channel. I made my channel just to do videos just like this one. The abs and thigh, kind of a sucky comparison. That, and I get to say the word sucky. Sucky. That sucks, man. You get a vacuum cleaner, you get the vacuum. Speaking of vacuums, Arnold would be preaching to these guys, hit your vacuum, not once but twice a day for 3 hours. Phil don't have time to do that. He's got, here's the most muscular, and this one's kind of, lackluster. Same with the abs and thigh. Lackluster. I think we all already had our fun. Yeah, Phil's got too much time invested on complaining about guys like Louis Marco and Nick Strength and Power on the line on the Instagrams. Take away your time on the entire net, Phil, and practice on your vacuum pose for 3-4 hours a day. That's what Arnold really wants these guys to do. But anyway, this was a fun comparison, and you know what? At the end of the day, Arnold's probably right. You practice your vacuum pose. I'm sure blessing Awadibu, he's hitting his vacuum pose, and he's winning shows with it. I'm telling you right now, guys. Listen to the oak. He's got a better chest, too. Phil's got better arms. I got the better neck. Anyway, watch Pumping Iron, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Pumping up. Pumping iron. Pumping up. Really feels like a fly. Pumping up. Just like a lion. Pumping up. Pumping iron. Work it out now. I work it out now. Wow, woo. Big Louie.